Law 25. Recreate yourself.
I've been following and supporting Nicole dating back to the LOL days. For those that don't know, LOL, that's Ladies of the Land, which was her, Chevy Blue, and Crazy T. And probably the dopest female group to come out of Cleveland, in my opinion. Then I saw her slowly go from that to the battle rap arena. She got into the battle rap arena. She held her own there. Then after that, I saw her jump into business, which that's where she is now. We're talking about everything from management to graphic artwork and radio. Can't forget about radio. And I ain't got nothing but the utmost respect for her. Somebody like that, you can't help but to have the utmost respect for her. You know, that strength she has as a woman and as a queen, nothing but respect. So Nina, you know, from your boy Eric Magnus, keep on doing what you're doing. Look forward to see what the rest of your endeavors are. Just keep doing what you're doing. You iconic, baby. You the business.
Law 25. Recreate yourself.
Hey, how you doing? Do I call you Nina? Do I call you Katrina? What do I call you?
You can call me Nina, unless I could call you LaDon.
No, I'm gonna call you Nina.
All right, cool. If we gonna get personal, we gonna, you know what I'm saying? All right, okay, then we gonna stick to Nina. Nina cool, you know.
Well, you recently located, you know what I'm saying? But we got you back in the city, and we need to let it be known that you definitely a 216 representative.
Oh yeah, all day.
Yes, I want to make sure we touch on that. What section of the city are you from?
Well, I was born in East Cleveland, you know. I was primarily raised in East Cleveland, but then, you know, like a lot of people's story, we pretty much ventured off into Euclid. So, you know, that's how I'm East Cleveland, Euclid, East Side girl, you know. The boundary
so
right there. That's my set. Yeah, that's my set.
Some say you're from EC, some say you're from Euclid.
Yeah, you know, I got half and half. You know what I'm saying? Half of my life I was in EC, the rest of half of my life I was in Euclid, and then more of my adult life, that's when I ventured off into more of the, you know, inner cities of Cleveland. Yeah.
What high school did you attend?
Euclid High School, Euclid Panthers all day. Don't hate.
So you ain't go to Shore?
No, I ain't go to Shore. I didn't.
Well, I mean,
I didn't go to Shore. You
Tech
know, I went
House
to Euclid.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I went to Euclid. You know, and I love my school. You know, we got some killers. Shouts out to King Chip. He went to Euclid too. You know,
it ain't no East Tech, but we gonna respect it.
yeah,
You know
we got some shit.
We gonna respect it.
Tony Fisher, shout out to Tony Fisher for the Green Bay Packers. Don't let me start running down names.
I'm saying though, we got ball returns on WNBA in the building.
Yeah,
we ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there.
We got some hitters. Y'all know y'all be hating on Euclid, but yeah, that's where I went to school. Euclid High School.
Well, let's start at that point, man, because I believe that's when most people start separating Katrina from Nina Nicole.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Okay, so we got the faction that the city knows as LOL. Ladies of the Land.
Ladies of the Land.
Who are the original members, and do you guys still keep in contact?
Okay, so this is where shit gets real. Well, not really real, but it gets kind of like, a lot of people don't know. The original members of Ladies of the Land, I wasn't even an original member.
Really?
No, I wasn't.
I always thought you were original member then.
No, when Chevy first, shout out to Chevy Blue, first of all. Chevy Blue started Ladies of the Land. This is her legacy. So when she first started out, it was a lot of girls, maybe I want to say 20 or 30 different girls that were the original members of Ladies of the Land. That goes out to like Dream.
You said it was 30 of them?
Almost. No, I wasn't there yet.
Well, 30 of them?
I wasn't there yet. It started out
God.
Dream, J Jig Cicero. At that time, she was called JC. Grande
Hold
Uno.
on, Jig was in LOL?
Yes, she was.
Wow.
Ladies of the Land. These are the original members. This is what we talking about. Originals.
Okay.
We talking about Grande Uno. We talking about Dream, J Jig Cicero. At that time, she was JC. We talking about Cha Cha. She was a Latino singer. It was so many different girls. It was a lot of different girls. Like I said, it was almost 30 of them. And from that point, I think they went strong for a little. But y'all could really talk to Chevy more about that background. I only know really good parts when I started came in. But, you know, from what I know, they did their little run. You know, they had a great session of maybe like 30 girls. Oh, and Miss Crazy T was an original member of Ladies of the Land. She was an original.
She was?
Yes, she was. She was an original. And that's how they started out. So, you know, things happen. Females are females. From what I gathered, people went their separate ways. So it ended up being the next step, which was she was trying to go from a less gangster aspect, I guess, a less what am I?
Well,
I don't know, like the word I'm looking for, like a more she was looking for a more feminine feel for Ladies of the Land.
Got you.
Okay, so from that's when it came me, Miss Crazy T, Nisha Nee, Miss Moon, and Chevy Blue.
Nisha Nee.
Now that was the second part. That was the second era of Ladies of the Land.
That's the part 2.
Yeah.
That's when you start coming aboard.
Yeah, and that's when I came on.
Is that when you start putting the pen to the pad?
Yeah, not necessarily. I was actually, I started doing music. I started writing music in 1996. I was inspired by hardcore, Lil' Kim. I was only 11 years old. My mama used to smack me in the face for even having that CD. But that's when I first started actually writing music. It was trash. It was complete trash, but that's when I finally started, you know. And then when I finally started actually recording music, it was maybe a year or so before I actually linked with Chevy.
Man, I didn't know that. So, who did you make music with originally?
Originally, it started out, unfortunately, with my child's father. That was the first.
Unfortunately?
Yeah. That was the first. That was the first music I ever recorded. It ended up being my child's father and his friend. They had like a little rap group and they needed a girl. So I was like, okay, I could do it. So I ended up recording that. From that, I started to venture off into my own studio sessions. And I was like, shit, you know, I could do this. You know, I was already a writer from day one. I write poems, I write poetry, I write short stories. You know what I'm saying? I was a writer. That's what I was. I had a website called The Ultimate Appeal, and I did blogs for Cleveland artists inside the city. So that's what I was already doing. But with the creativity of writing, I knew that I could put that to a song. So that's how we ended up doing that. So with that, actually Mookie Motonio linked up, and he heard one of the songs that I dropped. It was like kind of like a freestyle. I think it was off of one like an old Drake song or something. He heard one of those. Mookie, shouts out to Mookie. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Mookie. And that's how, and then eventually that's how he linked me with Chevy. Chevy liked it. We, you know, been unstoppable ever since.
That's dope.
Yeah, unstoppable ever since.
Do you still keep in contact with any of the original members from your era?
Ladies of the Land?
Yeah.
I still contact with Miss Moon, and I still keep in contact with Chevy, and that's pretty much about it. Yeah, you know how females are. We can't get along for shit, especially black females.
Why is that?
I don't know.
So that's not a lady rapper thing. That's just a black lady thing.
It's a black woman thing, and it's unfortunate for me to even have to say that. I hate to have to say that about my own.
That's so dope that you said it though. Because when I feel like that, I'm out of line.
Yeah, I hate that I have to feel like that about my own, but for whatever reason, and I said this a million times, and I put it on Facebook a million times. Black women are black women's biggest enemy. Period. Period. We are our biggest enemies, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know whether it's envy, hate, you know, whatever, you know, it can only be one Beyonce. A lot of people feel like that, you know. It's just it is what it is with females, you know.
How can we bridge that gap?
I don't know. I've been trying to bridge it, you know. That's why everybody think pink cocaine hashtag is like, you know, more sexual than anything, but it's really not. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, the only reason why I started the pink cocaine hashtag is because I'm all into empowering women that are trying to build themselves and don't need a man to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all pink cocaine is about. You know, if you want to use your sexuality, or if you want to, you know, bounce on your ass or whatever, as long as you're not degrading yourself or you feel great about it, you know what I'm saying? You doing what you got to do to make the next move, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, that pink cocaine is the empowerment of women, you know? And that's all it is. Shouts out, matter of fact, while I'm on that, shouts out to Hair Junkie. They did my nails and my hair. You know, this whole face you see, it shouts out to Hair Junkie.
Too. I'm fucking with it.
T at Hair Junkie. So, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm about. We uplift each other. We sponsor each other. We help each other. We promote each other. That's all pink cocaine is about. And I'm trying to bridge the gap that way. Just letting everybody know, like, everybody's not a hater. Every female is not a hater. Like, you don't have to worry about me. But
okay, well, back to the LOL thing. You talked about how y'all, you know, brought the feminism back to the group. I would love to hear some of the original shit because y'all still gangster as hell.
Yeah. Check out Ladies of the Land 50 Bitches Deep on YouTube. It's a Sandusky show that they did. And those are all the original members of Ladies of the Land. I wasn't there, but you'll see that those were the originals. And they was,
so
it was real.
You got a group of beautiful ass women spitting crazy ass, gangster ass bars. That's something like we wasn't used to.
Yeah.
How do y'all respond to the criticism that people only gave y'all a chance because of your physical prowess?
I don't really think that's what we were about. We actually made great music. We actually had bars. Now, if we were shitty, then yeah, you could say that, but we weren't shitty. You know what I'm saying? We brought a crowd out. Our music was intellectual at some points. It was ratchet at some points, but we all had bars and we all gave something different. We had a girl for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the Bunny Ranch in many ways. You know, we had a girl for everybody. You know, we had Nisha. She was giving y'all the sexy shit. I was giving y'all the bars. You know, Punchline Queen. Chevy was giving y'all that gangster shit. Miss Moon was giving y'all the R&B. You know, Crazy T. She was giving y'all the pop. Lock, you know, drop it, hip hop, you know, we had a girl for everybody. So I don't, when people say stuff like that, I just brush it off because it's just irrelevant. It's not even facts. It's not what we were about at all. The fact that we look nice just helped it, you know. And oh well, hashtag pink cocaine, that's life. That's life.
That's dope. Alright, so let me jump into this. It might be a little uncomfortable. But I be on the internet and I be hearing things. I be reading things. There was rumors that LOL was some type of like lesbian, bisexual clique type thing. Like, you care to speak on that? I don't know if the rumor came from the ops. Like, I don't really know what the origination of it is, but like, do you care to talk about that?
Yeah, well, most of the people that I ever heard say that was like,
So you have heard
haters.
it. You have heard it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've heard that one time for one specific hater. We'll probably touch on later, but definitely, you really can't take anything she says seriously.
No names, please.
No names. And then, on top of that, like, whatever, like I said, there's two parts of Ladies of the Land. There's part 1 and there's part 2. Whatever part 1 was doing, I can't speak on.
Gotcha.
But as far as part 2 goes, some of the ladies dibble and dabble. Some of them are bisexual. Some may be lesbian. I'm not sure, but that's not what Ladies of the Land was about. Like, that's not what we were. No type of rainbow cult or no shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my part 2 of what I was doing, we was all music. Nobody was fucking each other. Nobody had sexual relations that I know of.
Word up.
You know what I'm saying? None of that was going down at all, and that's word to my kid.
So I just wanted to touch on
like
that.
none of that went on. Now, whatever everybody do in their own time, in their own bedrooms, whatever I do on my own time, whatever, that don't got nothing to do with Ladies of the Land per se. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they do on their own time, but no, that's not what was going on. Absolutely not.
Part 1, we need some answers.
Yeah, part 1, I don't know what they had going on. I don't know.
I heard.
Then you gonna have to do the Chevy Blue interview for that one. Maybe she could get the scoops.
I'm ready, Chevy. I'm ready. All right, so can you speak on you doing music? Now you want to talk? You talked about the music. Can you speak on you doing music with damn near everybody in the city? Like, to me, it stands out because the rest of the ladies on Ladies of the Land wasn't known for doing features.
Yeah.
And then we got you who got a song with damn near everybody.
Yeah.
How does that work?
A lot of people don't know, like, as far as, and what you'll see throughout, you know, this entire interview, before I'm a rapper, I'm a businesswoman. You know, before I'm a writer, I'm a businesswoman. Before I'm anything, I'm a businesswoman. So when I do features, I look at it as ways to expand my fan base. You know, your fan base is technically, you know, if I do a song with you, which we have yet to do, we were just talking about that, like how,
You gotta make that happen.
how have we not made that happen yet? But, you know, it's a lot of niggas that's hip to you that may not be hip to me. And there's a lot of niggas that's hip to me that may not be hip to you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So when I do features, I look at it like that as a way to broaden my horizon. So I'm always down to do features. And then on top of that, towards maybe like a year or 2 into my, you know, me doing music, I was getting paid to do features.
Right.
So hell yeah, I'm gonna do features.
More
You
features.
know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of
money,
features
yeah.
out there.
Definitely.
You know, so when, you know, when niggas was starting to talk that cash, I was definitely on that too. So
How
yeah,
did you
absolutely.
How did you become business savvy in the music industry? Like, did you have prior experience, or did it just kind of come as you went along with it?
It kind of came as it went along. Again, like, everybody think I'm just this suburban girl because I have this baby voice and, you know, whatever. But people in my life were very heavy into the drug industry.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say who, but there were people that were in my life that were very heavy into that, growing into, before I did music.
Right.
And then kind of like transitioning into music, I was still dealing with that very heavy. Not myself, but just being around it a lot. So I saw a lot, and I saw, I started to develop a street mindset, a hustle mindset. And I feel like in any aspect, especially with, you know, like doing what you do, if you really doing what you do in the streets, so you can take that anywhere. You
kind
can
of
take
became
it
a part of your environment.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. But
Yeah.
I took what I saw in the streets and made that a business savvy move. You know what I'm saying? I transformed that into like, okay, well, if I do this and I do this and I can flip this, or if they know me for this and I start rapping, you know, I'm creating my fan base. I'm gonna just go ahead and flip my fan base. Now I'm doing radio. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm taking my whole fan base from radio. I mean, my whole fan base from music to radio. And now y'all coming with me. You know, it's just like the way I started thinking about it. It was just like, you know, a street mindset mixed with book smarts.
That's fine.
Yeah, I put that together, and that's ended up how I do things.
Do you remember when the homie Big Squeeze used to throw ciphers?
Yes, I do. I was in one of them.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, okay, I'll bring you to the cipher.
Yeah.
This was the night after an infamous fight that happened with some female artists. Can you touch on that?
With me?
Well, you weren't directly involved in the fight, but you were directly involved in it. It was your team versus others. The day after the fight was the cipher. Do you
I don't remember which fight you talking about. I'm thinking you talking about my fight, but
all right. So we got you in the cipher. I called people in like a couple weeks in advance. I got everybody lined up. It's about to be historic. And then we had an infamous battle the day before the cipher.
yeah.
It went down. No names, please. Apparently, she got stumped out. I hear some things. I want to know. Can you speak on that and enlighten us?
Yeah. So basically, what went on that night? I believe it was some showcase. We had everyone was there. You know, all of the music elites at that time were there. Except for a couple of others that were just coming to see the show. We were actually performing. Now, from what people don't understand is at that moment, that's when Ladies of the Land Part 2 was already going through a separation stage. So
y'all was just smiling for the camera at this point.
Not even. We weren't even smiling for the camera because at that point, we went there as me, Chevy, and probably Miss Moon. We were performing. And then Trinity Gold was performing.
I remember that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So at that moment, that's not what was going on. Like there wasn't Ladies of the Land Part 2 at that particular situation. Now, what happened with the person that got stumped out and whatever they were doing, that was Trinity Gold. That wasn't Ladies of the Land. Ladies of the Land had nothing to do with that. Okay, so y'all were kind of just we were just there, you know.
But you know what?
I didn't even see the situation. You know, all I saw was the person in question coming upstairs with her wig in her hand, and you know, I was like, damn, what the fuck happened? We outside, you know, we ciphering, we rapping, you know, and then we like, what the fuck? What just happened? You know what I'm saying? We wasn't even down there. We didn't even see it, you know. So
that makes sense. I mean,
we didn't even see it.
I wish it could have went down the way I had it planned, because if everybody would have came, it would have been even more epic than it was already fire. It was still fire.
Yeah. But you know, as far as that goes, you know, that's where a lot of misconceptions go. Like me, Chevy, Moon, and who we came with, we had absolutely nothing to do with that. We weren't even there when it happened. We were outside. We just seen the aftermath.
The fight was so major. Like it had like social media on fire. Because I remember it so vividly. I could have jumped in and really kind of been messy and got the exclusive, and I kept it professional and stuck to the cipher.
Yeah.
But oh man, part of me
went down.
Oh, man.
It went down.
I would have did things a little different though.
What I would say though, the person in question, besides her wig being tossed, which was crunchy already anyway, she ain't really have a mark on her.
Wow.
For her to got jumped, she didn't have a mark on her.
So she just basically had the embarrassment of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
and another thing, she came there by herself. Now, if you know you beefing with multiple people, you never go nowhere by yourself. You never go nowhere by yourself.
Oh, she asked for it.
Yeah, you never go
I didn't
nowhere
know
by
that.
yourself.
I didn't even know
I learned that lesson also, but we gonna talk about it.
Wow. Okay. All right. So also speaking of these ciphers that I used to throw, well, Big Squeeze used to throw. Yeah. I speak like I'm a star. I'm a third person. Speaking of these ciphers, Big Squeeze used to throw. I'm responsible for finding you love in a period of your life. At least I'm partly responsible. You met Don Swan